guys, welcome back into the Starting From Scratch Ranch out here on Small Town, USA. And today we are going to be making some changes. Well, we'll see if we make some changes. I've got plans to make changes because this has been probably one of the most successful ranches we ran, and maybe it's time to finish things off here. So, of course, we've got, well, the old original farm here, the bunkhouse. The old original area we started with it, while all our employees work out of now, which has been fairly successful, of course. Down to the side here is the corral where we've been working on our horses because, well, you can't have a ranch without having horses now, can you? Of course, we've got lots of horses, but on top of that, the whole cattle area on the backside, guys, we've got our barn, our cattle barn here with all our heifers in there, and of course the stables are the pasture on the side. And then the newest kind of addition we did, of course, was this large horse riding area arena. I don't even know what you want to call it. A massive horse barn. And, you know, that's where we're going to start today. I think we're going to start by maybe selling off a couple of these horses. We've been making some good money off these horses, and we're going to try and kind of move that along a little bit more today as well. Now, we've become the premier horse breeder out here on Small Town USA, guys. We've been... Well, I believe we can do anywhere from 6 to about 10 horses per year on the sales side, which actually turns out to be a decent little bit of a profit. I have to admit, it ain't bad at all. Now, this fog, holy, look at this. Where'd this roll in from? We don't need more fog, guys, please. We definitely don't need any more of this. Oh, good thing we're here. Let's go. All right, so sell these guys off. Another 50K per horse there. Like I said, we could do 6 to 8 of those per year. So you could do the math on that alone. Not bad for profits for our horses. And I mean, we do invest a lot. I mean, we've got the ranch hands, of course. We've got the 3 different pastures for our horses. And if we can sell, we can sell 10 of those at 50. I mean, that's $500,000. Definitely worthwhile in investing in it, and it's relatively easy for us. Well, because, we love baling, and it's always a great day for hay. The only real thing we've had to kind of keep tabs on are the horses down in the corral, because they tend not to do quite as well down there. I mean, up here in the main barn, guys, these guys are all looking real healthy. They got, what do we got? Oh, we're out of carrots. I have to put some more carrots in here. Anyways, they're all looking healthy. They got the straw. We've got good food up here. But down in the corral, well, those horses tend not to do as well. So I end up bringing them up here every month and kind of cycling them out, leave them down the corral for a bit, get their training, and then bring them back up to the main horse pasture. Let's go sell some more horses off, make a little more money, shall we? All right, so I've got a couple more trips still to go make with these horses. And once we're done that, we're going to get into these fields because it's spring, guys. We need to plant some crops for the fall here. So let me get this job done, and we'll get back to choring in the fields. All right, you jabronis, we are good to go. We've got the Case 400, the new Case 400 all set up, ready to go with our plant, or seeder, I should say. We've got some fields that need to be, well, sowed. And of course, like I said, it's always a great day for hay. We got the new crone. We got Gertie out there, our senior ranch hand, out there running the crone right now. We're going to be baling hay later on. But first, we need to go and start taking care of these crops, guys. Like I said, we got to get some oats in the ground in our main field now. I have picked up a couple more crops out here. We're starting to advance things. I want to see if we can make some more money off maybe some other crops other than just the oat, of course. The canola, maybe. We've done pretty well already with diversifying our crops, but we need to push a little bit bigger into the county, mainly across the road, pretty much all around us, to be perfectly honest. All right, let's dive in and let's see if we can get this oat in the field. We got pretty much a full tank of seed. This is the fertilizer. We're a little low on, but it should be okay. We go through more seed than fertilizer, I believe. From what I remember, this is just going to take us a bit. This is one of the aspects that I would like to upgrade. I'd love to get rid of the horse or upgrade the horse as well. We know we just bought this maybe 2 years ago now, but I feel like we've gotten to a point where I need to upgrade, and we've got the tractor that can handle more. All right, and how are we looking over on the hay field? Well, the ranch hands have been busy. Look at that. Heading and swathing at the same time. I love it. We've got everyone over in the other field planting as we go. I've kind of stepped back a little bit, guys. I'm going to walk away and we've got workers now. We can afford to hire. We've got money in the bank. We might as well put our ranch hands to work. And I could just stand back and maybe tend to our animals for a bit. Just finishing up Decided to take the last couple passes myself over here on the oat field. We'll see what we get out of this. This has always been like a fairly decent sized field. We get a couple 100,000 liters. The other problem we ran into, of course, is storage, but I think we've figured that out now. We've got enough. One more pass. Come on, hurry up. This just took the better part of the day. I mean, we're rolling past, going towards 4 o'clock. A good 4 hours of planting on this field, guys. The hay's all been taken care of. We've tedded, of course. We have to wait now, though. We got to wait for that to cure a little bit, and maybe by next month we should be able to come back and bale all that. But it's all down there. It's all ready to go. We'll see how the moisture content, if it leaves that enough that we can bale it properly. I don't know yet. It is what it is. So before we move on to our next task for the day, go down to the bottom if you haven't done so already and hit that big subscribe button, because quite honestly, it's the only thing I care about. Click that button if you haven't done already. And you know what? You might as well drop a like while you're down there. Big thumbs up. So we still have a little bit of daylight left to burn off today. I think we've got time to get, well, it's going to be close. We got one more project, which I kind of already spoke about, but I think we got time to get through it. We've got the hand done, of course. We've got our oats planted over here, but I've got one more project to go take care of. That's right. We got that new field we picked up. Another, I think it's about 80 acres. So, between the two, we're looking at, roughly 200 acres right down here now as well that we've picked up, plus our hay fields and everything else. And we're quite a bit of land we're starting to accumulate out here in the county, guys. But this field is going to be, well, this is going to be, we'll see if we have enough storage for everything in here once we get in. And it's nice and close, literally across the road from, well, the oat field we just planted. So it's nice and close to the farm for the most part. We got a highway we'll be able to transport back and forth from location, right? It'll be super simple. Let's get some seeds in the ground here. Perfect. Now, like I said, the fact we picked up another fairly large field is just making it more evident that I'm going to need to upgrade our seeding options here. This little horse seeder, like, it's great. Direct drill, of course. But going forward, I think we're going to need to upgrade. So, you know what? I'm probably going to let Gertie handle this field for the next little bit, and we'll see what other tasks we can get to choring around the farm. She's getting there already. Look at the size, guys. Already gotten, what, a dozen, maybe 10 passes already around? No, not quite. Half dozen it's only at, I think. Anyways, the fog is already starting to roll in. Hopefully that doesn't last for too long, but it's pretty foggy down here. Guys, this is going to be a crazy size field. I'll see you guys tomorrow when we get back into her. All right. So much for the fog getting better, guys. We're into April. We're into some thick fog. Look at this. I can't even see the field. And I've got to go down and rake all this up and do some baling today. Yeah, this is not the best conditions to be doing this. Fortunately, we can just turn the GPS on so I can at least handle that. But this is just terrible. I'm going to have to rake this field. I'm checking out the moisture content. It's not great, I have to admit. I think we're probably going to get a couple grass bales, which will turn into silage bales. But I don't know what to tell you guys. This is ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't look too bad towards the corral over on this side, but we get into the fields and yeah, I can barely tell where I've been. I mean, we're up on the highland side over here. Oh man, guys, it's actually, this is the best area up on this side. The highlands here, like this little range area up around behind the corral, is actually not terrible, but the farther we get down into the fields, it gets way worse. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's not exactly the most exciting thing for me to even show you guys, unfortunately. I mean, the fog is what it is, guys. I left the bales out on this thing for a month. We're going to pick them up today. Hopefully this burns off. I mean, like I said, we're back up in the highlands. This is right where we recorded when we were, well, raking all this stuff up. And now look at it. Like, you can see all the fog down the valley, but everything up here at least is burnt off. Now, will it go down and burn off in the valley? I don't know, but it's early in the morning. Hopefully we can make our way down there and take care of that today. Yeah, you can see it seems like it's starting to lift, maybe. Oh, yeah. See, look at this. It's getting better, guys. It's starting to get better. Okay, it's going to be fine. Let's get all these bales off the field here. This looks better. And I mean, look at this. Half an hour later, and look at, it's pristine out. We're over at the main horse stable right now, and I've been filling up the barn with some hay, but guys, this is way better now. All of a sudden, that fog just lifted, and now we got pretty much a bluebird day. Just a few clouds up in the skies, and it looks way better. I was worried. Yeah, I was pretty worried I was going to be out here choring, and I was just going to be in the fog the whole time, but this ain't too bad. This ain't so bad. Feeding our horses up. All right. On top of that, feeding the horses, I've got to go take care of some weeds, of course, as well. But I was a little bit concerned. But guys, we're looking pretty good today. There's a few. In fact, we're looking so good. I've actually made a few adjustments to the farm. I've purchased a few things. You might have noticed. I mean, it just looks so good off this view. I kind of want to own everything on this view, and well, we do own most of the stuff you can see right now, except for. Well, one thing I just had to buy. That's right, we bought a new canola field. It was already planted, and to say it was poorly done, I don't know what happened to this place, but this field is now ours. For better or worse, I guess. I mean, it is what it is. Now, my field, you can see it did have a bit of a hit to it as well. There's some weird splotches? Is that a word? I don't know if that's a word. We had some weird splotches on our field as well, but nothing like that canola field. We're going to get a decent yield off this from our oats, of course. But that canola field you can see up there, that was the worst of it. So on top of that, guys, I did decide to finally put in a proper garage at our house. We got a little storage rack here. We got our chainsaws just hanging out here. We'll put that back for now, I guess. But a little storage with a little garden shed. Nice to have a little bit of storage. And then didn't quite measure out the truck. I should have probably measured that. It does fit, but she's a little tight. She's definitely a little toy. Let's get this thing out of here. I gotta show you a couple other things as well. Like I said, we've done some upgrades over the last month, and the fields, of course, were one of the things we did. But on top of that, guys, man, look at you know what? You guys complained about the roadway that goes into town, the little shortcut road. I finally made it into, well, a proper road. It wasn't just a goat trail anymore going through the woods. No. We came in, we brought some rocks and some sand and some dirt, and it's smoothed out now. And yeah, I can trek up the hill and over into town without so much of a problem anymore. It looks pretty good. I'm really quite happy with it, to be perfectly honest, guys. I mean, it's not, we're not paving it or anything. Let's not go crazy here. But this is it's a proper road now through the woods, and we can get into town that way. I'm pretty stoked about that, to be perfectly honest. All right, perfect. Let's get this back in. And like I said, we're into the throes of summer now, so it's really just kind of animal maintenance, maybe a little bit of crop care. Things are looking decent. Now, like I said, animal maintenance. What does that involve for us? Well, we've got to move some of the horses out of the corral, down below, load them on in. Make sure we close this up and take them back up and put them in the main horse pasture before we, sell them off. Because like I said, if we sell them right from the corral, we're losing out on some money. Quite a bit of money, actually. We got to take care of them and make sure, they're all ready. They've been trained now down the corral, and we just move them up to the main pasture, and then they're good to go from there. Easy does it. And there you go. Perfect. We'll leave them up here for a couple months, make sure they're all taken care of, and then off to the auction they go, and we make some good money off of them, guys. And since we've managed to make it so they just switch out, they go in, the two horses go in from the corral, and we take the two horses out of the pasture, and they're off to be sold right away. Look at that. Another $100,000 in the old bank account. Perfect. Guys, this little project has worked out fairly well. I mean, we could just survive off just selling horses if we had to. We could be a horse-only ranch, but let's be honest. I've got bigger dreams. We've got dreams of grandeur out here on the Starting From Scratch Ranch in Small Town, USA. So we're definitely working on increasing productivity still. Still some plans. So we'll finish off with a couple chores to end the day today. But I believe, guys, by next month, we actually should be into harvest season. Early harvest season with some of our crops. So fingers crossed. We'll see you guys in about a month. And just like that, we're into July. It was 2 months, to be perfectly honest. I thought next month. You know what? Don't take my word on it. It was the weather. But we are into harvest season officially. It's finally time to get in and knock these crops down. Guys, I'm super excited about this. Huge amount of crops, going to be our biggest harvest ever out here on Small Town, USA, of course. So we've got Gertie out the combine already. She's knocking down the oats. She's already knocking down the oats. I'm going to have to, move all of our augers around. Of course, we've got 3 bins. I'm going to put the oats in the big bin. We got to move this auger over. And we should be good to go, I think. Make sure everything's set up here. I've already got a full load of oat, as you can see. And I'm thinking we're going to pretty much fill this thing up at some point. It's going to get there, that's for sure. We've got a lot of oats between, well, this field, of course, and then we got the 2 fields of canola. Hopefully the 2 smaller bins can, well, fill that guy up. And then we'll go from there. But I'm really looking forward to having a massive harvest. I mean, we got $600,000 in the old account. We'll see where we end up at the end of the day, but things should be okay. We're going to spend a little bit of money on workers, but come this winter, we'll actually sell all this off, of course, and most of it off, and it should be a good payday. Like I said, we got big plans, guys, to maybe move this farm along. Maybe I can leave it in the charge of my ranch hands. Maybe Gertie can take this place over for us at some point here in the near future. But I mean, the amount of work we're doing right now through another harvest season, more hay, and of course as well. It's gonna be expensive day, but it's going to be a good day with what I can tell we're already pulling off this field. I mean, I just can't even get back out here. We're getting out to the harvester, and it's already full every time. Yeah, there's no messing around, guys. We've got to be on top of this, and away we go. I already think we've accomplished the majority of our goals. I know we've spoken about this in the past, but we started from scratch. Our first goal, of course, was to, well, make a profit, and we found a quick way to make some money, just even by a little bit of logging, of course, doing some haying, and of course getting our horses and everything up and running, getting the ranch a bit of profit right out of the go. From there, we got out of debt within the first 2 years. We managed to get out of that $500,000 of debt, and then from there it's been pretty much steady Eddie, to be honest, guys. We've made decent amount of money. We've had to take out a minor loan here or there to pay for some projects, but considering there was nothing on this land before we started, I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. Now, is it perfect? Well, of course not. There are some issues, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with how everything is working. I mean, one of the problems, of course, that drop pan. We had a drop pan for the bin. That didn't work out for us, and we had to go to this auger system instead. Would have much rather had a big drop pan there that could have loaded all our grains into our silo system, but this is working. And as far as this farm looks, I think this actually works out a little bit better. But as far as functionality goes, well, not so much. Back on out. Let's load this thing back on up. I mean, yeah, we've got to stay on top of Gertie. She's busy out here, and we got other ranch hands haying still, guys. It's going to be a busy day for us. It's not even 10 o'clock, and we're already filling up one of the bins already. And you can see off to the left-hand side, we do have another field ready to go. We've got to harvest that as well. And then the canola field. I'm just saying, guys, if you were expecting not to have any harvest at all in the next little bit here, this is going to be what we're going to be doing. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending. Oh, come on, Betsy, get up that hill. Yeah, this little John Deere, maybe we should have moved up a little bit. Maybe we should have used the case for that. I don't know. Anyways, food for thought. So we've got, like I said, a couple things going on. We've got the harvester running right now. Of course, Gertie's taking care of the combine, pulling the oats off. Of course, we also have the swather, the crone out as well, taking care of the hay inside. And I also have a tractor with a ranch hand running the baler right now, baling straw. Yeah, you know what? There's one more task that can be handled as we take care of all of this stuff at the same time, I think. You know what? There's some tedding that needs to be taken care of as well, right? I mean, we're doing hay, we're haying at the same time. We might as well get her out tedding. And then we'll take care of the grain cart situation with the 400. The case has got a little more power for that hill, and then it'll be a little bit quicker, right? So yeah, it's all coming together. We just got a lot of workers working at the same time. You can see everyone out in the field. It's all coming together. Everything's coming up clutch today. Yeah, it looks good. All right, the tedding's happening. The swathing's happening. We've got baling. We've got harvesting. Look at this. Perfect. We've got a ton of things going on. I could actually maybe add more to this trailer. We'll see. I've got an idea. Well, I don't think we're going to do it today. We could always add that second trailer as well, but is it really worthwhile now? We can just quickly scoot back and forth. And there we go. Harvest has been completed. You can see the bales are happening. They're kind of getting in my way, but still more harvesting left to do. We got all the fields off on the other side. we're gonna start being spread out a little bit here. Now we're gonna start spreading ourselves a little bit thin. In we go. First time over on the far side. Perfect. All right, guys. So we'll see. I didn't even double check to see how many oats we got off that field. I have no idea how much is in the bin right now, but we were down under 100,000 liters inside the bin before harvest. So there is that. That's something. When we hold 400,000, I don't think we're going to get over that mark today, though. I kind of hope not. I mean, if we get over 400,000 liters in that bin, that's going to be a bit of an issue going forward for us, because I'm going to have to start selling stuff off as we go in order to complete everything. And that's a bit more longer of it. It's a bit of a longer trek, of course, then, right? And it's just timing is just more of a pain. So I'd rather if we didn't have to do that in some ways, just for the timing of it all. Through we go. All right, looks like the baling's coming together slowly out there. It's happening, but almost every piece of equipment I own is kind of in use right now, guys. It's all coming together, though. You know what? I'm pretty happy with how it's all worked out so far. I could use, you know what? You're starting to realize where your limitations are at this point in time, though. And like right now, I'm looking at this setup, and that trailer really is kind of, well, the one small area where we're going to need to upgrade. Now, we've already upgraded it once. I think we're going to need to do it again at some point in the near future. Like, don't get me wrong, a fine trailer, it's great. We'll leave it around the farm for moving stuff around, but I think maybe that it's kind of run its course, and we need to upgrade that again. Unload that bad boy. Perfect. It'll be good for feeding horses and stuff, though. Don't get me wrong. How are we looking here? That looking good, pretty good. And as far, oh boy, guys, the bin is pretty full. 400. I think that's, you know what? Again, I don't know how we timed that out, but that's ridiculous. We're not going to fit any more in there, and that was the last load. I don't know if I could have timed that out any better, you guys. I mean, realistically, we could have filled up a trailer for horse feed, but that was almost perfect. Let's go take care of the canola. We got canola to go take care of next. We got to jump through the ditch here and go get into this field. First canola harvest. Now, like I said, I'm not expecting a great yield. We didn't plant this field. We never really took care of this field. This was all done after we purchased it, so it looked kind of, well, to say the least, patchy to say the least. Oh boy. Easy does it. Easy. Get through the fields. Okay, there we go. We're good. I think we're okay, right? Yeah, we're okay. Come on, up we go. Come on, Betsy, get up there. All right, there we go. We're good. I was a little concerned it was going to make up the hill there. All right, we got our first canola harvest going in. Let's hit her batter. Let's go. So do you guys remember the patchy spots we kind of talked about a little bit earlier? Yeah, we flew over and looked at how bad it was. Yeah, well, it's not much better come harvest season. Definitely got hit with something here. I don't know. It feels like it's like a bug infection or something that came through here. I don't know. Was it weather related? It's just that whole swath of them just knocked right down. You know what? It's all good. We're still getting a little bit of canola now. Comparatively to the oats, I'm trying to use my words here. Comparatively to the oats, not quite as good. Yeah, it's maybe it's for the best because it's a bit of a trek back and forth. But dude, when that combine gets around the far side there, I'm still making it back in time. So at least our timings aren't off there. But man, we'd like to see more canola coming in. Back this on in. I don't think we're going to fill up one of these bins. We're going to have an empty bin for the winter, it looks like right now. If I was a betting man, at least, that's what I would say. Head on back. That's it, guys. We are officially, that's the end of harvesting for all three of those fields. We've got haying to do, but that's it for the canola and the oats. So let's take a little look-see. Like I said, we had a great harvest off the oat. Less than ideal harvest off that canola. And I mean, we expected that. Like I said, we didn't take care of that field. So let's take a look. Like I said, the oats here, 422,000 liters, almost filled the bin completely. As for the canola, 136,000. Yeah, not great. And like I said, we've got the other bin here. It's completely empty. So we've got room to grow, at least. We'll see. I better go grab all these bales. We did get some straw bales off the canola as well off this right now. So, I mean, that's always a bonus, right? That's actually pretty decent money. that we'll be able to make come the winter time. We'll sell these bales off, a whole bunch of them, because I've got so many straw bales. So that I'm looking forward to that. At least we'll make some good money off of that. Let's go through the ditch here, and we'll see what the winter brings. I mean, we still got lots of time. Let's not talk about winter, but July harvest season has come and gone, and just like that, we are into August. I mean, I said harvest season was good and done, but I mean, it's not. That's, you know what, that might be a bit of a lie. Might be a bit of a lie. I mean, it's not July August season. We've got some chores still to do, but there is a crop that we need to harvest that you can see from here. Let me drop the straw in here. We're gonna put some bedding down for our horses. We've got this barn here, the main pasture, and then of course the show. I don't even know what we're calling. I still haven't come up with a name for the big pasture yet out in the front of the farm. We got to figure out something for that, don't we? Oh, you know what? I didn't want to face the right way. Hang on a sec. That's better. There we go. Yeah, you gotta be facing this direction. We're close enough. For some reason, I thought I could back it in. Yeah, you got to drive forward in, guys. Mental note. All right, let's take this bale down all the way down over to the big barn. The big horse barn? I don't know. Anyways, this is where we got to have more straw down here as well. I do have some work still to do on this. We got some choring still to do on this particular hayfield, guys, which we can do that pretty quick. But on top of that, I've got the carrot field, the carrot garden, I should say. The carrot garden's got to be harvested. It's ready to go as well. So we can. I mean, you can see the horses overlooking the fence there. Like, hey, Klutch, you gonna get those horses? Get those carrots out for us? You got some carrots? Anyone got some carrots for us? Yeah, I get it. We're gonna get the carrots too, as well as we'll take care of the hayfield today. Now, carrot field relatively quick. I'm just going to quickly grab these. I mean, it's just a garden. Realistically, it's just a garden, right? Just nice and easy with the International. Back and forth a dozen times. And we'll get a couple pallets of carrots off this. I usually just save these for usually the winter and top up the horses. I find they don't make that much of a difference. Now, as for the hayfield, well, once again, I feel like I'm living in this field. You can see there's grass there. I'm trying to get the moisture to the right content for hay, the right area, but I'm having a heck of a time. So I'm going to leave that for the time being. It's tedded. It hasn't been raked yet, but it's ready to go. So I'm just going to leave that for a couple hours, and I'll catch up with you guys in the afternoon. Maybe we'll check that field out. Okay, that didn't make any kind of a difference. I just went and double checked the field. It looks like the moisture content is still pretty much the same. So parts of it are hay, parts of it are still grass. Yeah, I'm not having much luck getting like the lowland up on this side here, and then especially on the far end up by the cattle barn. Those areas, they tend to turn to hay no problem whatsoever. But like right now, this should all be hay. But as we get down into the lowlands down here, this stuff here, I cannot get it to turn to hay. The moisture content, it tends to stay as grass down below. I don't know why. I just can't. I haven't seen it yet where it's turned all into hay. While that's being raked up, you know what? We've got some other chores to do. I kind of think I picked the wrong task here. This is a lot more work. Nope, bad choices. Just those mistakes have been made. Ugh. Oh, look at this. The baler just ran out. They ran out of bale wrap. They came back and picked up some bale wrap. We'll let them go for a bit here, and they'll take care of the rest of the baling now. We'll jump into the case here, and I'll pick up the bales, but we got our ranch hands taking care of the raking and the baling at least, and then we'll just follow in behind and make sure they don't run into any bales, because I don't know what happens. They just fall asleep, I guess, and the bales get in their way. I don't know. I have no explanations for it. What can I say? Let's fire this thing on up. So we got the carrots off, obviously, that field. The field's kind of prepped. I'll need to hill it and get it prepped for planting next year, but that chore at least is out of the way for now. That's a bonus. Oh, here comes the baler right now. Yeah, looks good. Okay, yeah, you can make that corner. You just have to spin around, do a little like Austin Powers 3-point turn here. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Oh yeah, we better get this bale out of the way. We'll get the bales out of the way for you. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. These bales right here, if they drop in the wrong spot, they like to stay on their path. I'm like, I set them up with a GPS, so they know exactly where to go, and they will not divert off that if they have to. Essentially, they'll just sit there and wait for you to move the bales out of the way. All right. So as far as number of bales we're getting, guys, I have not been putting any fertilizer down. I'm a little bit disappointed, I guess I would say, off the amount we're getting. I think we got a few grass bales in here as well, which I will need to make into silage because, like I said, there's a couple spots that didn't turn to hay. It is unfortunate, but at the same token, it's good because the silage we need more silage anyways in the grand scheme of things. And plus, the silage sells for a lot more. And I cannot forget to grab these bales up on the top. This top field up here in the highlands, they always turn to hay up there. No problems. It's always nice and dry. Great hay field up there. Down below in the valley, yeah, we tend to get more moisture, I guess, and more silage. Load this last one in, and we're going to have a pretty full... This shed, this bale shed, is going to be pretty full, guys. I think we might have maxed out. We might have 600 bales. Yeah, it's a lot of bales right now. Things are good, though. I mean, I have nothing that's not working for us right now. We got some good new equipment. We've got all of our pastures are up and running right now. And we're slowly getting those cattle up to a spot where they're going to be making us millions of dollars in the very near future, I think. So, guys, the ranch plan that we've had, wow, it even rhymed again, has worked out fairly well. I mean, these horses from our multiple pastures have really worked well to supplement this ranch. I mean, we kind of dug pretty deep into horses out here on the ranch, but they've all worked out fairly well and managed to support us going through the last few years and allowed us to build this place up. And we're kind of just on the cusp of moving fully into cattle. Well, not fully into cattle, but hard into cattle, I should say. I mean, the big pasture, we're going to be able to have about 2,000 head of cattle on this ranch over the next few years. And I'm looking forward to seeing what that could potentially bring us between the milk and, well, just shipping cows. Who knows? We'll see you guys in about a month, though. All right. So the cattle barn itself, you can see where we stand right now. We got a couple hundred head in here. We're pushing up towards the 500, but we're not ready to start selling, but it's still making a decent amount of milk. But really where I decided to spend my money, guys, was quite honestly on something I complained about not too long ago. Our cedar. Yeah, it was a little bit small. So how do you fix that? Well, you go with probably the biggest one you could possibly buy. Of course, that means I spent most of my money as well. And you know what? It'll be fine. The Seed Hawk will make my life so much easier going forward, right? I think so. As long as the case can pull it properly. That was my one little concern. We're kind of borderline. We do have enough horsepower. It's the weight with the 400 I'm kind of worried about. We have put duals on this tractor to help us pull this thing a little bit better. Gone to the duals in the rear at least. So that should at least help us there. We're going to be switching up our crops a little bit. We're going to be moving, swapping. We're going to be flipping our fields a little bit over here. We got canola going on the main field now rather than the oats that we've been doing on this field typically. Just changing things up just a little bit. And we're still going to be we still need one more field, of course, with oats. But I think we'll focus a little bit heavier on canola this year. I think that'll be the plan. Now, fortunately, once again, the Seed Hawk is direct drill, so I do not need to... I don't have to come back here and till all this up, but we will have to be in here and take care of the weeds. Of course, we'll spray some herbicide at some point in time. Maybe next month? Probably next month. I think we'll do it next month, and we'll get rid of all the weeds at least. But we're fertilizing and planting all at the same time once again. So, yeah, seems to be working out a lot faster. And by a lot, I mean like probably 4 times, maybe 5 times faster to get through this field. And the 400 is handling even up some moderately steep hills here, guys, as we kind of push through this. Unfortunately, I am running into one minor problem. Of course, the weather just does not want to seem to cooperate with me this year. Man, was it hail we had? I don't know. I still can't figure out what damaged that crop, if it was weather related, but I'm determined to get through this field before the rain comes in hard. We've been pushing it through for 15 minutes now. It's still sprinkling down, but I'm kind of concerned that if it comes down like any heavier than it already is and saturates this field, we're going to get kind of stuck out here with this massive seeding unit. Last little bit is done. I think we can get out of the field finally before we get stuck out here. Yeah, we're rutting things out a little bit, but not terribly yet. It hasn't really started soaking into the field, but we'll see how long this lasts. Maybe it's just a short drizzle and we can get back into the fields here before too long. Fingers crossed. I'm really hoping we can get more work done. But yeah, it seems like Seems like this is going to be a great unit, guys. I was a little worried that 400 wouldn't be able to handle it. Not bad. I'm happy. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right. Like I said, it ended up being a fairly short dose. I mean, just afternoon, got a little bit of lunch in us. Rain stopped. Things have already started to dry out already. I think we can get back in the fields already and finish off some more planting here. Get some more canola going. I mean, I should be able to get through another field fairly quickly today. Yeah, we should be able to do that. I mean, we can't do everything today, of course, but we can definitely do the canola for next year and get that in. Now, we're going to take care of the other field. This is the canola field that we had last year. I had to build a road in. You guys remember, I almost got the combine stuck down in this ditch. So we kind of just came over here and built a bit of a road to make life a little bit easier for us. That looks better. Yeah, that's better. And I think we're planning on doing canola in here again, I should say. So canola twice in a row. We'll see if it happens again come next year, if we have that same problem with the splotchiness of the crop. I'm really hoping that that's not an issue, because that really affected the yield we got off this. We'll take care of this field a little bit better than it was last year, though. And just like that, by the matter of a couple hours, we're done this massive field. So by my math, which is not very good sometimes, I think we're a little over 300 acres now, guys, between all of our fields. Almost 400, to be perfectly honest, if we count some of the forested areas. But yeah, we have a large amount of fields, and this thing is just really helping us with planting and making things go just a little bit quicker. Back on out of this field, see if I can climb this hill without causing any damage. Easy does it. Now, the one thing I am noticing, of course, that we're having a bit of an issue with now, I guess, is storage. That is actually going to be my biggest problem now. We've had our combines parked kind of outside and about for the last little bit. Not the best spot to be leaving them, and now I've got the seed hawk here as well. I'm going to need something rather large in order to kind of hide this stuff away, right? To keep this stuff protected, to keep it in good shape. I don't want it sitting out in the hail, out in the tornadoes half the time. It seems like it's only been once out here, but I'm just saying we got to keep it out of the weather. And I don't have a lot of storage for big equipment right now. We've got a lot of little shops, little sheds, little outbuildings all across the ranch, but not a lot for equipment. Well, like you see behind me now. That's right, we built a quick pole barn. Not a pole barn, but I guess, I don't even know what you call this shed. To be perfectly honest, it was like a prefab style shed. And it's absolutely massive, but it holds the combine, it holds the seed hawk as well. And it'll hold any of our other big implements or equipment that we decide to pick up, because I definitely needed that. So this will keep my equipment good for the winter, as we've moved into October already. A lot of the bigger equipment I'm storing in there, but we still have some things I need to take care of course, come the fall here, guys. Look at this field. The amount of weeds that are springing from this field. I don't know. That's something we're going to have to definitely spray. But also, I've got, well, it's time to sell off all the milk we've gotten from our barn. It's pretty much full, and this is the best time to sell. October for us is by far the best time to sell. So we're going to make some more money off this, and we kind of need it once again. I keep on spending all my money. I mean, that's not really a surprise. I know, I've been telling you guys, I've been trying to set this up so that while Gertie and our ranch hands will be able to take care of this, at some point we can kind of walk away from this. But you know, we've got to buy equipment, we got to make sure that it's all usable, and having all new equipment and new everything basically, well, that'll make life easier for them, right? I think that's the best plan. I just want to leave them with a pocket full of cash and be like, hey, have fun. No, we want to make sure we take care of them. And there's a lot of stuff to take care of on this ranch, guys. I think between all the haying they're going to have to constantly be doing, it's going to take some time for things to move along. I'm pretty happy with the way we have everything set up for now. I think now, officially, we can just kind of sit back and just go into a grind, a little bit of a grind. Make sure we flip these crops, make sure we take care of all our grass fields and our hay, make sure we have enough bales for all our feed for our cattle. I think we're at that point, because everything else is kind of on autopilot. Now, there is one last thing, one last piece I need to maybe maximize some of the parts of this field or this farm. And guys, that's a slurry tender. That's all it is. I know you're expecting something bigger, right? No, this is not exciting at all, unfortunately. This is just something to empty out the slurry, and I can use that as fertilizer on my grass fields. That's the only thing I'm going to use this for. I don't think I have enough for anything else. Really, maybe we could spray it on some of our fields, but grass, get the hay fields up and running properly. Because I have not been spreading any fertilizer on these, and I've got all this free fertilizer from the cattle barn. Why not use it on my grass fields that I'm harvesting all the time as is? And it'll just give us a better yield. You know what? Like I said, I felt that our hay fields were not giving us a substantial amount of bales. I felt like the numbers dropped down. We're only getting like 1.5 trailerfuls of what, like 35, 40 bales per harvest off this field. I think we can up though. You got to up those numbers. We got to up those numbers. Let's try to see if this is going to work for us. I think if anything, this will help. Oh boy. If I don't hit the trees, that might be better. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, just get around the trees, Klutch. That's better. Don't hit the trees though. Anyways, throwing the slurry down onto this field and using that as fertilizer, I think will actually make quite a big difference as far as the amount of bales we're going to get off this. Now, I'm still fighting with the moisture problem we're having. I know I've spoken to everyone about this, and it just seems like I can't get that bottom spot. So I'm still getting a half dozen grass bales off this no matter what I do right now, especially late in the year like this. So that's fine. I just turn those into silage bales. Now, I'm going to have slurry bales at the rate I'm going right now. I've got more than enough slurry, it looks like, judging by how much I've taken out of the barn already. I bet you I'm only going to use there's 150,000 liters in there is what we can hold. And I bet you I'll use about half of that between, well, a highland field, of course, up here, and the main field down below. Between those two fields, we're only using about half of it. So maybe I can go ahead and spray some other fields if I feel like it at some point. But for now, I'm not going to worry too much about it. We're just going to worry about the hay fields. I don't know how fast that's going to recoup that much slurry again. How fast do we make 75,000 liters of slurry? Is it a couple months? Can we do this every 3 months still? I don't know. We'll find out together, I suppose. So anyways, that's the new exciting piece right there. Now, of course, we've got this big barn here for storage. Well, I've got another piece of equipment I need to store in there. And I mean, I can also use it for all of my semi-trailers. Like we have parked back there. I've got more pieces of equipment I can store in here if I decide to, but mostly, like I said, we've got the combine and that seeder were the big things. And now, of course, we got the slurry spreader here as well, the slurry sprayer. Those together make this all worthwhile to keep this kind of well protected for the most part. Yeah, this is great, guys. I think we're at a spot now, like I said, where it's time to grind. We're not going to be spending too much money on anything that we don't necessarily need other than like the consumables. And we're going to see where we can get in the next year or two here. Oh man, we'll see. Can we get anywhere? Can we make some money and give this farm away? All right, it's time to sell everything. Well, not everything. Guys, we're back at starting from scratch as we're $2,000 in the hole. $2,000 in debt. It is overdraft time. It's time to sell some product to make some money. Let's be honest, this is all part of the master plan, right? We know this is part of the plan. We had to lose money to make money. And we're time to make some good money today. We're going to start selling off everything. We've got the canola first, of course. That is the best time to sell our canola, so we're going to load the truck up. Let's get ourselves out of debt to begin with. Let's see what we got for canola. And hopefully we can just get this quickly out of here. Come on, twist around. All right, that's all right. It's all right. Looks good. Guys, we're already, $300,000 and we've sold off the canola. We've got one more load to do. That ain't bad at all. Okay, so canola is definitely taking care of our debt problem. We're back in the black, looking good. Sold off the last little bit of canola. That's all right. Okay, cool. So, and that was kind of a less than ideal harvest of canola. And we're $350,000. So I really can't complain. Now, we're going to sell some oats as well. We've got a ton of oats to sell, a couple 100,000 liters of oats. Just remember, though, I need to save some of our oats for food. So I'm guessing, close to 100,000 liters, a little less, is enough for all of our horses over the winter, over the course of the next year. So we had to keep that in mind. Now, on top of selling all of our oats, I got horses to sell off. And as we move into February, the weather is just not wanting to cooperate with me again. Easy, easy, easy. You know what? Just as I'm selling them off to auction, we might as well give them a ride. Where are the plows? Seriously, where are the plows out here? Oh boy, come on, get up the hill. You know what? The old Ford, she can handle the snow. I should maybe get some chains for the trailer almost while we're going this fast. You can see the thing trying to fishtail out behind me. Oh yeah, get her done. Let's go. Oh yeah, this is great. All right, easy, 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 easy. Oh, stop. Just like a glove. All right, let's sell these guys off. Yeah, just exactly how we intended to do that, you guys. All right, well, that's going to be it for the winter, I hope. I'm going to hunker down with all the snow we're getting. This is the first time we've gotten this much snow ever out here on Small Town USA. So I'm going to hunker down. I got no way of plowing this right now. I'm not spending any money. $1.5 million. We're good. I got something else still to sell off next month. Hopefully this snow goes and, well, takes right off, bud, because I don't want to deal with this. I'll see you guys in about a month. Brutal. And into March on year 9. Like I said, I've got some other. I have another project in order to make some more money. I just need to feed our cattle first. Now, you might remember we have the big pasture out here in the winter that we move the cattle down to in the winter, so we can feed them hay. I need to get these out here quickly before these start disintegrating in the rain. But this works out fairly well. I only feed them hay like maybe 3 months of the year. The rest of the time they're up in the meadows. But I've got a ton of straw bales to sell off. Hay bales, silage bales I haven't been selling lately. Straw bales, it's time we sell some of these guys off. I got so many. I think we literally have probably 4,000. 4,000? Okay, that might be a bit of an exaggeration. Maybe 400 or 500 straw bales to get rid of. So, what is so damaged? Oh, it's the trailer. Okay. Trailer is pretty damaged right now. I'm not worried about the trailer. Who cares if it's damaged? We'll replace parts as we need, I suppose. But the truck's good, still good shape. Don't worry about that. It's just the trailer. Let's get this off and sell a bunch of these bales off. See what kind of money I can make off these. I should also mention that we need to get planting again pretty quickly, guys. Yeah, that's something else we still need to take care of course. We're going to get some oats in the ground sooner than later. So we got to prep that up as well. Back this on in. Perfect. And away we go. Cool, cool, cool. There's not much else I can sell at this moment to make a bunch of money. We're still looking at a couple different options here now. Like I said, I'm trying to do the math on everything that we can sell off and what we're making. I mean, milk itself, a couple $100,000 a year we're going to make off that. It seems to be right now. As far as our crops go, that seems to be the one thing that could be hit or miss. I mean, our horses right now, $500,000 are pretty much guaranteed we can make off that, but we haven't found a way to sell off the cattle yet. That's going to be interesting going forward. I'm hoping we can make a couple $1 million off that per year. I mean, we're talking an operation with almost, well, we'll have 2,000 head of cattle once we up and running. So maybe. Now, like I said, the crops, that seems to be something we've made some pretty good money off. I mean, canola, with a really terrible harvest last year, we still made $300,000 off of it. And then everything else was from the 300,000 liters of oats we had. So that's looking forward. Maybe we should focus maybe more on oats, but this year we're focused a little bit heavier on the canola. Oats are almost all in the ground, guys. We only have the one field of oats this year, but it's almost a 100-acre field, so it should be plenty of oats for our horses for the year. I'm thinking. I don't think this is going to be a problem at all. This is going to be plenty of oats. Let's move all this stuff back to the old farm, back to the ranch, and put it away for the summer, I guess. I am loving how much faster we can get stuff planted with this bad boy. This unit makes my life so much easier. And I mean, it's been a slow progression to get to this. There's no middle ground almost, it feels like. And just like that, it's already June. I don't know where the time has gone, but you know what? You can see behind me already what's going on, guys. We're working with everyone to make sure that, you know, the jobs of hand and making silage here. In fact, they've been busy working these fields pretty hard the last little bit, and I'm trying to see if the fertilizer we've been using is actually making much of a difference. And it sure seems like we're getting a lot more bales off this field now. Just watching Gertie as she handles the baler around, but you can see as we kind of go back through this how many bales we've been getting off this field. It seems like it's actually made a substantial difference. I mean, really no surprise there, right? Making sure you put fertilizer in your fields. Yeah, shocker. Shocker, you get more bales off it then. Yeah, this is a nice little surprise. Not a surprise, but a nice addition, I should say. Making sure we're getting like extra bales off of these. It's making our food supply area a little bit easier to manage, I guess, because there's just so many now. I don't even have to think about it for the most part. We're just out there a couple times a year. Tons of bales coming in, and you can see, look at all the bales we've got stored in the bale shed there. As far as the oats go, I still have lots of oats. The 100,000 liters of oats we've been keeping in the silo is way more than we need. We still have over half of that. Roughly half, I think, is what we can go through. I bet you I can get away with about 50,000 liters for the horses. And I mean, our horse population is stable now for the most part. That's just how many we have. It all depends. Like, that's the most we can really fit. That's the most stable area we have. So I don't really have to worry about going through more than that. I could probably sell more oats off if I needed to. It's always nice to have extras, mind you, right? Just in case there's something were to come up. It doesn't do me any harm, as long as, I guess the bigger thing is, as long as I don't run out of storage space. That is my biggest problem, is making sure we have enough storage space come harvest season. Now, this year I only have the one oat field, so that shouldn't be a problem. Drop more oats off. Go down here at the corral. Perfect. Come on, where is it? Come on, we need to find that right. I'm gonna find the sweet spot. Yeah, there we go. Drop this in. Give these horses some more oat. And yeah, it doesn't seem to matter the age of the horses or anything along those lines. They tend to eat the same amount, guys. I haven't not run into any issues yet with that. So we'll see going forward. Of course, the weather decides not to cooperate with me once again. Ah, man. Like, we're so close to another harvest season, and here comes the hail just to wreck my fields. I just did not need that. Really didn't want that to happen. We'll see. We'll get more work done in a little bit. Hopefully it stops and doesn't last for too long. Oh, good. Okay. Well, I mean, it was only a little bit. Let's see what kind of damage you think it did. I'm really hoping it's not terrible. Okay, looking across my canola fields. Looks pretty good, to be honest, guys. This field is looking pretty svelte. Grass field's got a little bit of damage. You can see the hay field there, but the canola fields, they're looking pretty good. Oh, I can see a little bit of damage off in the distance on that far canola field. Nothing crazy compared to what we had to deal with last year. That field looks actually not bad now. These canola fields they should give us a decent yield. Now, we're taking care of the oats first, of course. We can't do the canola quite yet. It looks like another month away, but oats first. Looks like it's okay. I really don't see any damage on the oat field, guys. It looks like that hail didn't affect us for the most part out here. So let's let this go for a bit, and we'll see how this works out for us. Okay, now this is something we talked about last year. The last little piece, I did buy some more equipment. I know I told you I wasn't going to, but I had to do something. That little trailer was not cutting it. So an auger wagon, I think, will be just a little bit better, right? I should be able to fill this up a couple of times, drive it back, drop it in the trailer with the truck, and then truck that all back to the farm. Now, we'll see how that works out, because there's another problem there that I just kind of realized that I didn't plan things out very well. We'll see how that's going to work out back at the farm, but I'm not too worried about that. We can fill twice as much into this trailer that we could in the previous trailer, so there is that at least. Now, running this with duals is kind of a bit of a pain because we got to get so close to that header. Oh well. Yeah, it's working. Okay. You know what? Just in case I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, but it seems like it's just okay. Got the yield I'm getting off this oat field seems pretty darn good, I have to admit. We got a full trailer and haven't even done a full headland yet. Not really complaining. That's great. And let's just dump her into the truck. Looks like we should be able to dump it in twice almost. Maybe. Pretty close. All right. That looks all right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, cool. It's all gonna work out. This is gonna be fine. I'm thinking it's numbers wise. Looks like we're pretty good. So it's two combines full into the auger wagon, and then almost two that will fit into our trailer here as well. So yeah, it's like two to two, so it's like 4 loads into the truck, and that's kind of how it's going to work out for us for the most part. It's not quite 100% on that, but it's pretty close. You know what, we should also get Bale in while we're at it. we'll get one of our ranch hands out there. She can get baling. We got combine running. We got the baler running at the same time. That's perfect. Let's go see if we can dump this into our silo. Now this, like I said, guys, is where we may run into some problems. Yeah, I can get it in here and everything kind of set up, but this is not great. You can see we're dumping in through the auger once again, but you can see how the truck's set up here. This is not set up to have a tractor trailer unit come through it. Yeah, guys, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I think I've got some solutions for that. We'll see. We'll see what my options are in a bit here. I'm going to try and get another load. I've got feelers out in the neighborhood to figure out another option to see if we can get that to work a little bit better, because trying to get that auger underneath that truck out, especially when the ground is so hilly in there, it's not a nice big flat open lot. It's something I didn't really think about, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, this works out a little bit better. So we do have like a drop pan here that's overloading into the auger, and that's going up into our silo. See, that works a little bit easier. It allows me to move the truck around a little bit better. It's not the best solution by any means, but it's better than what I was doing beforehand. So this is what we're going to go with for now. So yeah, you've got the drop pan, and yeah, that has to overload into the auger. It'd be so much simpler if I could just use the auger, but I'm telling you, the way the angles of the ground are here, it's just not great. So we managed to get through the oat field. The oat field's done. The system has worked. Now, how much did we get off that one oat field? We can hold, what, 400,000? We managed to get 317,000 liters off that one oat field, you guys. That is kind of ridiculous, the amount we've managed to get off that. That's a lot of oats off one field. Now, you know what time it is. It's time to hay again. That's just how that's going to roll. I mean, on this stuff here, we're gonna turn this into silage, so I'm not going to bother tedding, of course. We're just going to come through here and pick those up. But we will take care of the other bales first. Guys, I'm kind of impressed. I mean, look at the amount of bales I have out in this field. There's a ton of straw bales we're going to need to grab from this. We're going to definitely fill up. Like I said, I sold off a bunch of the bales out of the storage area, so we'll have room, I think. That being said, I've got two different spots, right? We have the storage area over by the big horse barn as well, the main equestrian barn area, and then we also have the one back by the cattle barn. So I've got a couple areas to store some bales. I do have the big red barn over by the corral as well. We could stick some bales in there, but I think I probably have 50 bales already in there. So there is that. So for now, I'm gonna stick a whole bunch. I don't know how many a whole bunch is going to be, but we'll sell maybe 50, maybe 100 over this one here for now. Because like I said, we need this for food for the TMR. But realistically, guys, the amount of bales I got off this field, I could have 10 times the amount of horses and probably 10 times the amount of cattle, and I would never go through all this straw. So it's actually going to be, well, financially well worth it to sell it off. The grass bales are looking pretty good as well, which we're going to have to make into silage. But guys, the baling, you guys know I love the baling. We're the baling ranch technically right now. I'm telling you, there's just a lot of bales. We've made over 3,000 bales on this ranch in the last couple of years, so definitely made quite a few. There's no rest for picking up bales, by the way. We've got all the straw bales off the oat field. We might as well start picking up these grass bales now and getting these prepped. Like I said, we're going to make these into some silage, so we'll grab all these bad boys, see if we can get the last little bit. Looks like they're on the last couple passes here for picking up the grass at least. But the silage, or the slurry is definitely making a bit of an impact on the amount of bales. Of course, we still have to wrap them. I've already got one trailer full, or 1.5 trailer fulls wrapped. We got our last little bit here still to wrap. You can see we've got enough bales still in the feeding machine for the cattle, but we got to wrap one more full. That shouldn't take me too long. I'm getting pretty decent at this, but that being said, we've been doing more hay bales than silage bales lately. They're not selling any of these off for profit anymore. I've been keeping the silage bales purely for food for TMR for our cattle, where earlier on we were using the silage because the silage is worth so much, as we were using that for profit, of course. Now it is typically just for food. Oh boy, these shrubs are kind of in a bad spot. Let's just gonna see if we can push our way through these. Yeah, we're good. There we go. And just kind of give this a shove in. Yep, get in there. I had to give it another shove, you guys. That didn't want to feed in there properly. For the most part, we're getting fairly decent at this part of it. trying to load this baler, this Anderson wrapper up, there is a bit of a trick to it. And you know what? We used to be able to do 2, depending on what you got, 2 bales at a time almost. But with this little tractor, maybe that's something we could upgrade with, and to be able to hold the bales a little bit better. This thing is a little light, but it is what it is. And well, the one thing we're running into, guys, is just trying to make sure we get things on. Now, I've noticed we're getting a bit of a turn in the weather coming. We got tornado warnings happening right now, and I want to get these fields done. Trying to get all these bales out before the rain starts coming. You can see we're getting we're getting some like flurries. I don't know, a bit of rain coming right now. Trying to get my work all done before anything else comes our way. I'm really hoping that we don't get a tornado right through the middle of our farm right now. That could be devastating. We're at a spot, like I said, where everything's kind of just going right on the tracks. We got everything set up the way we want it. We just got to push forward a little bit further here, and I'll be happy. But if we get hit with a tornado, you just don't know. Guys, this rain this is not good. You can see I'm actually losing. My bales are starting to fall apart on me. I got to get them into the wrapper here before they completely disintegrate. Last bale, mind you, at least we're done. We got the work done though, right? Look at this last bale. The timing, in all honesty, the timing couldn't have worked out pretty much any better. I mean, I lucked out pretty heavily on when we got everything finished here. I mean, yeah, last 2 bales got a little wet. No big deal. That's not the end of the world. Let's just put that away. Perfect. Okay. So that looks all good. Bales are all happy. Let's push this thing on through, and yeah, let's push that through. Perfect. Cool. All right, bale snake is completed. Bales should be happy. We shouldn't have to worry about them disintegrating in the rain anymore. I can just move this out of the way, and we can move everything else back and put everything away for hopefully what turns out to be nothing. Hopefully this is just a big old nothing burger, and we don't have to worry about any of this. All right, perfect. Back into the shed we go. Guys, I didn't notice this until we were just leaving, but I think I saw a tornado. Yeah, there's definitely something going on behind the corral. Oh boy, we better go check on our horses. Please don't come through my farm. Please don't come through the ranch. We don't need any tornadoes running through our ranch right now. Yeah, definitely got something up on the hillside on the far side behind the corral here. That's still quite a ways off, at least. Like, that's still, it looks like it's going the other direction as well. I think we'll be okay. Oh boy, there it is. Yeah, that's not great though. That's way too close for comfort. How you guys doing? Horses seem like they've all moved down out of the pasture into the barn at least. They don't seem like they're too stressed about it, I guess. Well, I mean, that's a good thing. What are the odds though? Like, that's all I need is this tornado to come through my ranch. Guys, you know what? Tornado seems to have disappeared. Everything's hunky-dory. We're okay. Nothing came through the ranch. We're good. Oh, that seemed like it was a close one. And we're into August already. Survived the tornado, the great tornado of year 9. And now we're moving into August. Another harvest. Yeah. We have the big canola fields to take care of. Guys, I got high hopes. I'm not gonna lie, I've got really high hopes for this. I mean, we're doing pretty well with the finances right now. Considering what last year we were nothing, and we're up to $1.8 million right now, thanks in part to selling all our products, of course, selling a ton of horses off. I really can't say we're having a problem with anything anymore. That tornado scare, I think that's behind us now. It's all looking up right now. Everything's looking great. We're gonna have a ton of product to sell off, and it's only going to get better as we fill up the pastures. I mean, the cattle barn itself, guys, has got 250, 300 head of cattle. We can put 500 in there, so it'll make more milk, and we can start selling some of the cows as they age, which I have not been doing yet. Also, the big cattle pasture up on the hillside, we can sell those cows fairly soon. I mean, well, okay, we're still a ways. They hold up 1,500 head of cattle in there. So we're still a ways away from that, to say the least. We only have like, I think, 200 head in there, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. Anyways, how we looking? Let's take a look at the moisture content, because we're still having problems with moisture on the grass, but this looks pretty good, I have to admit. I mean, out in the middle of the crop here, moisture is like perfect, right between the 8 and 10%. Like this field might get us a ton of canola. Well, let me get through this harvest. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Oh boy. Oh, great harvest, guys. All right. Things are happening. Can I get this? I brought the truck in. I was leaving it out originally, but I decided to bring it into the field. Might have been a mistake. I can't get it up this hillside. Come on. Go, 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 go. Come I've got... I can't get out of this, guys. There's no traction at all. I'm stuck in the field. Okay, you know what? We're going to spin it around. Listen, I got a plan. I got a master plan here. We'll spin this thing around, and we'll get a bit of a run. We got to run at it. I got to go faster than this, though. This is ridiculous. Go faster. Go, 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 go. Come on, get up. Get up. Get him. Oh, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to get out of there using this road. That's terrible. Got plan B, plan B, plan B, plan B. Just kind of through the ditch at an angle. There we go. Now we're good. Yeah, I got this. You know what? You just got to figure something else out. That road tended to be pointless. I'm glad I built that. That's perfect. Oh, well. All right. Finishing off the last little bit of this harvest, guys. Quite a bit of canola is coming off of this. I'm just telling you the amount of trips I've had to make back and forth. The unloading system for this trailer is a bit of a pain. But, I mean, the amount of canola we've got is surprising compared to what we dealt with last year. It's all coming together, but let's just say it's way more than we've been getting. Now, I still have... Oh, that field's all, of course, done. Look at all the straw bales we've got off that, I should mention as well. We still have the main field. We're going to grab that now as well, but I just can't believe the amount. I can't believe it, but I shouldn't believe it, I guess. It's just a ton of canola we're getting off this. Of course, we got a lot of oat in the first harvest. We're going to fill up all the bins pretty much, I think. I think it's going to be a big on? Yeah, a big one. It's just unbelievable the amount of canola. Like I said, we're on the second bin already, and I just don't know if we're going to be able to. It's going to be pretty close to being full by the time we get done this. Last little bit here. We're down to the last probably, I don't know, maybe quarter, last fifth, maybe even more, less than that. Last little bit of the field. We've got the baler over here now as well, running through this field. That's going to take some time. There's a lot of straw here to bale, guys, but we can let her go for the rest of the day. Just taking care of the bales on this. We'll come pick them up in a bit. That's going to take some time. It's picking up all the bales too. There's literally hundreds of bales out here. Probably 250 bales we'll get off of this between the two different fields, I would guess. So that's going to be a huge amount we can sell off come the winter as well. I think that is pretty much all of it, guys. I think we're done. Yeah, I think that's it. We've gotten all of our crops off. Of course, not including the haying, but all of our grain crops are officially off the field for the year. Pretty successful. This is a successful harvest. So we check our fields. 200. Oh boy, it's so close. We're so close. 229 we can hold. We're at 220, 229 there. What are we at? 222. Oh boy, we're within 5,000. That is amazing. Okay, so both of these bins are pretty much maxed out. Like you can fit a little bit, but canola maxed out. The oat, you might remember the oat earlier. 300, like we still have about 100,000 we can get of oat if we had to. That is amazing to me. I just have a funny feeling that I don't know what else we could possibly do to maximize things. I feel like we're at a point right now where we've definitely managed to make this a pretty profitable. The only thing, we don't roll the fields out, don't mulch, anything like that. That would be something maybe going forward we could do to maybe absolutely maximize everything. We could start rolling out the fields, get that extra couple percentage points of yield out of our fields. But I'm really quite happy with what we've managed to pull off so far off these three fields. Oh boy, let's just back this on in as we we're filling up the bale storage areas with all the straw we picked up, guys. That's another problem I'm going to probably run into. I think I've got enough storage for all these bales, but we're going to have to sell off a lot of these come the new year. Come on, just nice and easy. Just nice and easy. Get in there. Perfect. Look at all the bale storage. The horses are all looking like, what are you doing? How many bales are you bringing into us here? Yeah, don't worry, guys. We'll sell them all off. Just like you, we're going to sell them off. You know what? Remember I was kind of hesitant about selling horses originally, and now I have no qualms about selling off our horses. If it makes me money, I'll sell it off. Let's go. Guys, this has been a very profitable month as we kind of push through the end of August here. Great harvest. We might as well start re-prepping some of these fields. We've got everything off. We're done for the year for the most part in come August. I mean, yes, we have to replant, but I'm not quite sure what we're going to plant yet. I'm just making sure our hay fields are really taken care of, but the grain crops, I don't know if we need to worry too much about those for the most part. Might just stick with what we've been doing. Just dealing with making sure our hay field, our straw, our silage field is good to go, and our cattle are happy. I have no problem. They make more than enough of the slurry for us to fertilize 3 times a year. Like, everything right now just seems to be working perfectly. So as I say that, you know what? Let's roll into a selling season one more time. See what kind of money we make off this last year, and I'll see what we can do for Gertie going forward, because I think this is going to be a good farm, for a good ranch for her to take over for me. Loading back up in December. Well, let's sell all this stuff off. I've got 2.2 million in the old bank account. We've been selling a couple things. Of course, we've got all this canola, a bunch of oats, a ton of bales. You know what? The horses we're selling off as we go. Things, like I said, I've just worked out fairly smoothly. The ranch, pretty successful. Even the roadway. Guys, even the roadway I built up here, we've been starting to use a little more often as well, and the truck has no problem with that. The ranch, pretty happy with how this has all worked out. I think we are officially the best rancher on Small Town USA. I think things have worked out fairly well in this starting from scratch ranch. What can we expect going forward? $3.7 million is, well, what we managed to pull off that. 3.7 million we're up to, guys. Almost $4 million in the course of 2 years. $4 million bucks, say. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I think we're going to hand the ranch down to Gertie, and I think we might move on to other pastures. We may come back at some point, but for now, I think Gertie's going to run this one for us. So I hope you guys truly enjoyed this series. This was a lot of fun. This has been my favorite ranch to build in FarmSim, probably in a while, to be honest with you. So, and if you did, make sure you guys subscribe, drop a like on the way out of this one. But tons of fun. Of course, go check out our sponsor as well. G Portal Game Servers, who sponsored a number of the videos in this one. And of course, make sure you guys, like I said, subscribe to the channel, because it is the only thing I care about. Anyways, guys, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next ranch. This is Klutch. Over and out.